What if I told you that one UK region has made a massive leap in food safety that's shaking up the entire country? Let me tell you about Wales, where food hygiene standards have jumped so dramatically that it's now leading the charge in a way no one predicted. This isn't just a minor tweak, it's a seismic shift in how we think about restaurant safety. And honestly, it makes me wonder, what's the secret sauce here? Because when I look at the numbers, Wales isn't just improving, it's outpacing every other part of the UK by a margin that feels almost revolutionary. Let me break this down for you. Here's the thing, food safety is one of those topics that people think they understand, but when you dig into the data, it's wild. The average rating across the UK is now 4.57 out of 5, which sounds great, but what's more fascinating is how Wales pulled off a 0.04-point leap in just 1 year. That might seem small, but in the world of food inspections, that's a huge deal. Why? Because it means hundreds of businesses are suddenly meeting higher standards, and that's not just about checklists, it's about culture. Now, let's talk about the real elephant in the room, the 1 in 5 takeaway spots scoring below a 3. That's not just a statistic, it's a wake-up call. Imagine walking into a place where the hygiene rating is hidden, or worse, not displayed at all. How many of us have ever made a decision based on a window sticker? I've lost count of how many times I've seen a 4 or 5 and felt reassured. But if you're in England, that's not mandatory. It's just a suggestion. That's insane to me. Why would a country with such high standards not require transparency? It feels like a missed opportunity to build trust. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Wrexham is crushing it with a 4.94 rating. That's practically perfect. But Blaenau Gwent is stuck at 3.96. What's the difference? Is it funding? Training? Local priorities? I can't help but think about how these disparities reflect broader issues. If one area can achieve near-flawless compliance, why can't others? Is it about resources, or is there a cultural shift happening in Wales that's being ignored? Let's not forget the human side of this. A 0 rating isn't just a number, it's a business that's failed to meet basic safety standards. That's terrifying for customers, but also for the workers involved. How many employees are in places where they're expected to handle food without proper training? It's not just about the customers, it's about the people who make the food. Dr. Anderson's comments are spot on when he says a high rating is a selling point. But what he doesn't say is how much pressure that puts on small businesses. They're not just competing on taste, they're competing on visibility. If you're a family-run diner in a town where 72% of places have top marks, how do you stand out? It's a double-edged sword. This report makes me think, what if we took this model and applied it to other industries? Imagine if schools, hospitals, or even gyms had public ratings. Would that force better standards? Or would it just create more stress for workers? I'm not sure, but one thing's clear, Wales is showing that when you prioritize hygiene as a cultural value, the results speak for themselves. The question is, can the rest of the UK catch up, or is this a one-time anomaly? I'll be watching closely.